Here's my Taniwha deck, my favorite decks to pilot right now. It is really bad, but very fun because no one expects anything from you from this effect. You have to get really familiar for knowing when phasing happens during the untap step before upkeep. So you pretty much just say, phasing happens now, when all your bullshit happens. I've so far turned it into a Voltron deck with basic Voltron strategies because it started to need some actual win cons in the deck. And as a backup, you can have a creature or two that are unblockable. I have a very fun strategy. Since your lands phase out, you only have to sacrifice half of your lands with Psychic Vortex. I find it a very unique card and very fun to play in this deck. It also goes, with drawing that many cards, it also goes well with a Psychic Corrosion Mill strategy. And you can put Rhystic Study or Mystic Remora in there as well if you have the budget, or you can just proxy like me. There's also Ensnaring Bridge is like the only thing that will keep you safe. And if you have anything that's discarding your hand, like Null Brooch or Psychic Vortex, you'll pretty much have no creatures able to attack. And if they ever get rid of it, you can always keep on your Voltron strategy to 1 or 2 shot them. And if mill and everything doesn't work, we have some more protection here with Glacial Chasm. I just proxied it. It'll prevent all damage to you, and you can keep the upkeep damage from happening with Power Conduit. This is probably the most important card in this deck, because you're not going to have any lands. You're going to need a lot of mana rocks that use charge counters. I have a Worn Power Stone, Gemstone Array, Everflowing Chalice, Sphere of the Suns, and Astral Cornucopia. You can use anything with charge counters, really, because Power Conduit will be taking those off of anything, including Glacial Chasm, and giving you more mana when Tani was taking all your lands away. You can also have free casting spells with As Foretold. It can also be a pseudo strategy for mana, but I've never had an issue with mana, even with my lands phased out, with having enough mana rocks. It really gets around that downside. A fun thing to do with Power Conduit is the phasing of Zalfir. You can basically phase out all permanents on the board if you keep comboing these two off of each other. It's quite funny. And I also like to give my opponents phasing as well, so they can know the pain. And everyone can have a great time with Shimmer. Shimmer also works well and hilariously with anything that turns lands into your whatever land type you call with this. So if you turn everything into swamps, or someone turns everything into forests and you call it with Shimmer, the whole board gets phasing with their lands, and that's a real fun time to keep track of. But yeah, I mostly made this deck for these 2 cards. I can't believe they printed these in the game. And Power Conduit works very well with all your mana rocks to keep you going. I added the Voltron strategy just because I was sick of having no win con with the game. Your Taniwha is a 7/7, so that is a way out, finally. And I used to have Sway of the Stars with this deck, but they currently banned it in Commander, so there's no... I used to... It's a land destruction without land destruction, and that's currently banned, so I changed to the Voltron strategy. I hope this is a fun deck idea. This is all nonsense, this card, but certainly you will not be the target in games. Enjoy. See ya.